You're right everyone, Dancentral here, and welcome to a very special pickups video. Well, I've not long got back from Game Link in Spalding. This weekend has been the Mission Ispossible gaming weekend, and I got back about 4 hours ago, so it's about 11:30 now, so I got back about 7:30. It's the 16th of October at the moment, in time of recording. And it was just the most amazing weekend ever. Made more incredible by the fact that it was my birthday yesterday, so the 15th, and we just had the most immense time. We really did. Not only did I see a load of guys I'd seen the first time round with the Ultimate Gamers weekend, I met a few new guys as well. So I met Scott, aka Evil Slothman, who was just an absolute freaking awesome guy. He really is. So down to earth, proper friendly, you know, just a great guy to get on with, and we had such a laugh. And then there's Red Hoplite, aka Martin, again a really awesome guy. I had already spoken to him a bit on Xbox Live beforehand, and obviously I follow his channel. And I'd seen a few of his videos that he'd done, and I was really impressed with them. And then to meet him in person again was a bit like the first time round. It was very surreal. And yeah, there's a few other guys there that I met that I hadn't seen before, like Emo Joe 1990, aka Eli. Again, a cracking guy. He's into his PSP game, so he was playing them quite a lot while we were there. And yeah, just a great guy. And then there was just some guys there that I'd met before, but I was just, you know, properly looking forward to seeing them again. So the legendary Shock 16, aka Adam, just, well, can't really say much more really, other than he's just a proper wicked guy, and he's got some proper good dance moves. And then there's Interghost, so also called Adam, again another legend on YouTube who a lot of people will know of. But again, seeing him in person was just so awesome. So I saw him again, saw his mate Paul, and yeah, just saw a load of other people that I'd met the first time round as well. And it was just, yeah, it was just one of the best weekends I've ever had, ever, to be honest. The idea was that Martin, who owns Game Link, who is Murphydearth83 on YouTube, he sent a game out. For those of you that didn't see any of my previous videos, or the guys that were part of the weekend didn't see any of their videos, he posted a game out to each person that was involved in the weekend with a record that they had to beat, whether it was getting a high score, beating a certain level, getting a certain time limit on a time trial or something. They had to practice the game up until the weekend of the 15th and 16th of October, and then when we are at the weekend, they then got try and beat the record whilst being filmed, and it was just so good. It really was. The first day was spent doing records. I was meant to be on the first day, but in the end I didn't get a chance to do mine because it was quite a long one. It was like a lot of people doing theirs within like half an hour to an hour, and it was just a case of trying to get through one level and trying to get a high score, and it was quite quick, and they just kept repeating it. Whereas with me, I had to complete the whole of Castle of Illusion, so mine was quite a long one. It was a playthrough, and it was so cool because I sat there and everyone was watching me, and it was really dark because the lighting wasn't very good when it was light. And it was just like I was doing a Let's Play on my channel, but I had people physically behind me watching me do it as opposed to just watching it on my channel. It was so cool. But that was on the second day because it got pushed back. But going back to the first day, was just spent people trying to get records. So my good mate Bob, whose name is Retro Bob on YouTube, his brother Dave was trying to get a certain high score on Frogger. So I was filming that. Basically, everything that I talk about now and more that I don't necessarily mention because I can't think of everything off the top of my head will be shown in some special videos that are coming up very soon after this video, which will be most of the footage from the actual event itself. And then yeah, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head what records were on the first day. There was quite a few anyway. I think the Secret Game Room were doing Metropolis Street Racer at one point as well, and Thunderblade was going off, and Bob My mate Bob's game was My Hero on the Master System, which looked a very, very tough game. I'd never played it myself, but it looked a very tough game. And the frogs that were in that game are exactly the same as the frogs in Alice Kid in Miracle World, and it was nice to see that link there, to see that the frogs, like, look at that, it's the frogs from Alice Kid in Miracle World. So yeah, it was good to see that. And then we checked into the hotel. I've done a bit of a Let's Play with my mate Ziggy. There's a shared thing which we've still got to finish, so that's going to be further on down the line. And then we literally went out for something to eat. Went for a curry in the evening because it was my birthday. Everyone sung it to me, and I was just completely blown away by what people had done. It was just absolutely fantastic. I wasn't expecting it at all, but Martin stood up and said that obviously it was a very special day for me, and they all got me absolutely immense Nintendo DS cake. Yeah, so I don't know where you can see that. That's new Super Mario Brothers on the front, and it's all designed to look like a DS, but it's a cake. And the idea is you can cut this back bit out and stick it on the back so that it flips up, so then it looks like a proper DS. And I was just completely overwhelmed. I really was. And they all got me a card as well, and they all signed it, and it was really overwhelming, because I was just sitting there thinking, now these guys, I met all of them over YouTube. I never met them in person in the beginning, and if it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't be sitting with these people right now in this restaurant. And the fact that, like, they'd all chipped in to buy me a curry, and they, did this card for me, and I got a cake as well. It was really overwhelming, and it really kind of hit me quite emotionally in a way, because it was like, I would never have been able to do something like this if I hadn't had my YouTube channel. So it was just fantastic, it really was. And then myself, Shock 16, Interghost, Evil Sloth Man, Interghost's friend Paul, and Martin and his wife Claire went to a massive nightclub in Spalding called Loaded, and we all got VIP passes, which was just awesome because we got to go upstairs and into the VIP area. It was proper immense. And yeah, just got hammered, and then just spent pretty much 4 hours straight just dancing like we didn't have a care in the world. And they had the best music on because it was like retro stuff, so it was something for everyone, and it was just, I just didn't want to stop. We was just all over the place. It was the funniest thing, and just myself, Interghost, Evil Sloth Man, and Shock 16 were kind of at one point just us four, and we were just going completely mental. It was just the funniest thing. It was so good. And then the following day, I did my record of Castle of Illusion because it got pushed back. And as I said, it was like everyone was watching me doing a Let's Play. It was so cool. And then afterwards, because I actually did do the record, although there wasn't actually a UK Power Records set, so it didn't really matter what score I got, I still did it. I got a certificate, and everyone got a certificate as well. It was quite funny. The reason I got two is because Claire printed it off, and then she went to laminate it before signing it and dating it, and then realised before it was too late. So then she dated it, because that bit hadn't gone through the laminator yet, but the signature bit had. And then what Martin done is he signed it over the laminator, but then by that point Claire was like, well, I may as well do it again because then I can sign it before the laminator, if that makes sense. So I've got one that's been signed by Martin, which says on it, "Way to go, let it be known that Dancentral did an awesome job saving Minnie on Castle of Illusion at Mission Ispossible, Game Link 2011. And then this is the one that then Claire signed. And then I couldn't leave Game Link without picking up some games, because it, you'd just be crazy if you did that. That's not a pick up. That was just obviously the game that I did at the Mission Impossible weekend. So I was looking around, and I noticed that Martin was selling The Simpsons Bart's Nightmare on the Super Nintendo. Now, I've got it on the Mega Drive, but I've never played the SNES version, and I've heard it's really good, so I kind of wanted to see how it compared. So I've got it on Mega Drive, but then I saw it on the SNES, so I thought, yeah, I'll have a go at that, see how that compares. So that's that one. And I think it was The Simpsons that was £3, if I remember rightly. But yeah. And then I picked up the NTSC SNES version of Bubsy, which was actually Interghost's game, and that was £5. So again, I just want to see how that compared to the Mega Drive version, because I've got the Mega Drive version, just never played the SNES version. And it didn't have a UK PAL version, so that's why I got an NTSC, but I've got a converter so I can still play the NTSC version. And then I've never ever owned a boxed NES game in my life. The only NES games I've ever had have all been loose carts. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to pick up a boxed NES game. So I've actually got a NES box in my games room. And the game that I chose to have a box for was Joe and Mac Caveman Ninja. Now I do have this on the SNES. So obviously this isn't going to be as graphically impressive as the SNES version. So I've gone a bit backwards. But for the simple fact I've got a boxed game now and I love the game so much. And it would be good to see how the NES version compares, if there's any different elements other than the graphics, if there's any other differences that I can pick up on. And obviously the cart's inside. And, you know, the cart's in really nice condition as well. Really nice condition, so, you know, really impressed with that. And not only that, I've never ever ever owned one of these in my life, but there's a black case for it. I've never ever owned a case, so pretty stoked really. And then there's the instruction manual as well, so it's complete basically. So yeah, I was really chuffed with that. And that was £8. Considering it was complete, I was not going to argue at all. And then there was me, there was myself, Martin, Shock 16, Evil Slothman, a guy called Rick, and a guy called Sam. We were all having a right laugh with Martin towards the end of the event. And basically, I decided to pick up Luigi's Mansion, which was 14 quid, but he did it for 12 quid for me, which I thought was really decent of him. And it's a game that I've always wanted to play, but just never got around to getting it, to be honest. And my brother has managed to get hold of a GameCube, which is just epic, because I've never owned a GameCube. And it was complete, so it's the disc and the manuals and everything. And I didn't think to check it, because I thought, oh, it's all sorted, there's no point, because it's going to be there anyway. Got home, opened up the case, and the disc wasn't actually in there. It was just the manual and the like a Nintendo GameCube poster with different games on it. I'm sure, you know, ASAP he'll send it down to me anyway, so there's no worries there at all. So yeah, that's it, guys. Basically, just wanted to say a massive thanks to Claire and Martin for holding the Mission Impossible Gaming Weekend. A lot of people unfortunately had to drop out, which was a massive shame because it was such an amazing weekend. You know, like the first event, it was just top quality, and the night out last night was just it was the funniest thing, and we just had so much fun. We really did. I've got so much footage; it's unbelievable. It was really strange because, like at the first event, so many people were filming stuff, and there was cameras everywhere, and everyone was in your face with the camera. And oh, look who it is! It's Dancentral. It's into Ghost, you know. But at this event, it only seemed like I was the one. It only really seemed that I was doing a lot of filming. There was the other people that were putting the cameras out every now and again and doing stuff, but then they didn't do it for long. And it was only really me that was doing loads of stuff. So for those of you that didn't go to the event, that are looking forward to seeing footage on people's channels, it was kind of like, well, most of the footage is going to come from my channel. So yeah. But there you go, that's cool. And as I said, footage will be following very soon. And I'm wearing the awesome Atari T-shirt that I own, which I wore for the event. So you can tell I've not long got back from it because I'm still wearing the T-shirt. I did also want to say apologies that it took me a whole month to upload the last part of my Q&A. It kind of the first 7 parts kind of happened within like a day or two of each other, and then there's a massive month until the last part, which was a bit strange. That was a massive gap there, and it was funny because I was talking to Shock 16 and Ghost about it, and they started laughing, saying, "Yeah, why did you do that, Dan?" Which was cool to speak to them in person about it as well. So yeah, I just got so busy, it was stupid, I don't know. Also, Shock 16 and I are in the process. If you watched our dance off that's on Shock 16's channel, you'll see at the end he mentions a little bit of a sneak preview coming soon of a dance battle between myself and him. That is about to go underway within the next week or so. It was great that we met up on the Mission Impossible Gaming Weekend as well, so that in person we could also talk about the kind of things we could do with it, and yeah, what music would be good to use as well, which helped when we weren't out clubbing because we were going, yeah, we could use this in our dance battle. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching this video, guys, and I'll be back with the footage in some upcoming videos very soon. So take it easy.